Drew multilingual and received the UCS Global Seal of Language, plus the Most Outstanding Student in French Award. She is an academic scholar and an AP scholar. She won first place in regionals and was a state champion in the HOSA Research Persuasive Speaking and Writing. She was the president of Key Club. She received the gold medal in Social Studies Olympiad Poetry and the Most Outstanding Student in Social Studies Award. She was a member of the award-winning choir and a theater troupe member. The Kaleidoscope Award winner for Best Author and Most Outstanding Student in AP English Literature. The student chosen to be your 2018 commencement speaker is Mariam Syed.
To the majority of you, good afternoon. To the seniors, good morning. Class of 2018, it is my privileged honor to be standing here in front of a group of highly diversified, diligent, and tenacious young minds. And also, of course, our seniors in the audience today. Before I begin, I'd like to personally welcome all parents who were never seasonal and whom without we could not be where we are standing today. You are the reason for our success. My mother's been waiting 18 years to hear me say that. I'd also like to extend this welcome to close relatives, patiently waiting in the audience to stick those $100 bills in our pockets once we exit the stage. We appreciate you. And we'd like to remind you that we only accept cash. So without further ado, welcome. And as we dwell upon this momentous day, we need to dedicate a moment to celebrate the accolades we've earned as a whole, because this year's class was undoubtedly one of the most successful classes in the history of Adlai East Stevenson High School. Our Titan girls varsity basketball team are district champions. Our cheer team, Science Olympiad, Titan Theater Troupe, and Titan Choirs are all statewide champions. Our dance team are both state and national champions. And our HOSA team are regional, state, and hopefully incoming international champions. Stevenson Titans class of 2018, give yourselves a round of applause. After spending my whole life growing up in this state, I can guarantee you that every student in Michigan is better prepared for life than anyone else. How do I know this? Well, I know Florida and California are known for their theme parks and endless roller coasters, but here in Michigan, we have a roller coaster of our own, and we ride it for free every day. In Florida, they call it the Incredible Hulk Coaster. In Michigan, we call it Mound Road. And that's not all. Our unparalleled weather in this state has led us always to be ready for the unexpected. In case you haven't noticed, weathermen in Michigan are a lot like politicians around the world, full of empty promises. But it's not only unpredictable weather and driving conditions that have prepared us for the future. We need to address the figures in our lives who've truly worked the hardest to ensure our success. Every single teacher I've had throughout my high school career has had such a profound influence on who I am today. And I've learned that there is so much more to a teacher than just a formal lesson plan. No textbook on earth could reciprocate the benevolence, work ethic, and life lessons I acquired from the ones that today are not only my mentors, but my lifelong friends. Thank you for choosing us, even on days where we reminded you of why you refused to have any more kids. You are the milestones of growth that we never forget. And as our lives continue to evolve, so does society. In today's era, we don't always see eye to eye. We see iPhone to iPhone. We see Instagram profile to Twitter timeline, and we fail to realize the attributes that truly make an individual distinguished. From colleges to the workforce to all of civilization, Apparently, our whole self-worth is comprised of a single number. But I disagree. I've had the pleasure of getting to know so many of you over the course of 4 years. And when I see you, I don't see a number engraved in your forehead. When I see you, I don't see a 1350 or a 4.0. When I see you for the person that you are. I see you for the talent and the capabilities that you and you alone possess. You are not a number. You are not defined by anything except your own character. So no matter what you pursue or what your hopes are for the future, remember that your dream is valid and that you are worth it. Remember that the greatest people in the world started out as nothing more than what we are right now, students. So understand that today is not who you are. Today is a mere possibility of what tomorrow might hold. But today is who you choose to be, and this is the moment to change. From this day forward, your life is in your hands. No pressure. Regardless of where you plan to go in the future, whether it's college, the army, the workforce, or your parents' house for the next 30 years, realize that you are not dependent on the institution you attend. The institution you attend is dependent on you, because an organization can only be as successful as their members are, and you are the key to their prosperity. But as you face different challenges on the journeys you end up on, be ready to accept the fact that failure is an essential ingredient to success. Trust me, I've taken French for 5 years, and I can tell you, as a multilingual AP scholar who has co-taught a French 2 class, that there is no class that I have made more mistakes in, and have made more of a fool of myself in. But there is also no class that I have been more successful in. There was a time I was in my 3rd year of French, and Mr. Joseph had asked me to fill up his water bottle for him from the water fountain outside. And the verb remplir means to fill up. And he asked me, est-ce que tu peux remplir ma bouteille? And me, having not understood a word he had said, did what I always do, looked at him, nodded my head, and pretended to understand what he was saying. And I was already walking towards the door to throw my water bottle away, not refill it. And I assumed since he handed me his, he wanted his water bottle thrown out too. So, in the trash they both went. And 5 minutes later into class, Mr. Joseph looks around and asks, où est ma bouteille? Where's my water bottle? And I'm like, dans la poubelle, in the trash, don't worry, I took care of it. And he looks at me for about a minute or so, goes up to the board and explains the verb remplir, which means to fill up, not throw away, in front of the whole class. And to this day, I have never confused remplir with another verb. He also never asked me to fill up his water bottle again. But the point is, in life, you're going to fail, and you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to embarrass yourself constantly, but you have to be okay with it. Sometimes you have to fail in order to succeed. So don't ever allow a certain number, or a figure, or an event in your life to limit your abilities, because success isn't measured by a number or a career. Contrary to what many Indian parents may tell you, you don't have to be an engineer, or a doctor, or a computer science specialist to prove that you're successful. Success is unique, subjective, and relative. It is something you carve out of your own life and prove to nobody but yourself. And when you follow your passion, success is bound to follow you. So today, I want you to look at the world around you and envision yourself in it. And as you face various obstacles, always remember 3 things. In a world full of opaque criticism, thrive on a ray of hope. In a world full of winding uncertainty, strive to be a beacon of light. And in a world full of ongoing superstition, be wise enough to believe in yourself. Thank you.
She deserves another round of applause.